front men, and Philly checks in trouble, and it's Jefferson puts it away.
Living reflections from a dream.
Yeah, alright guys, and welcome to episode 12 of the Frangerine Dream with me, Frangela Franaconda. How the bloody hell is it going? We're getting fairly close to the end of the season. It is the 3rd of March and we are sat in 5th place. We're only 4 points off the automatic promotion spots, but does it occur to anyone that we have been in a similar situation before? I remember saying about 2 months ago in real time, I bloody hate playoffs, and I think that's where we're going. I've just got this gnawing feeling that we're going to end up in the playoffs again. So the goal for the last 10 games of the season is to get into one of these fucking automatic promotion spots. I tell you what, if Mansfield pip us to automatic promotion for the 2nd successive season, I'm going to kick off. I'm actually going to kick off at the Mansfield football team and Adam Murray. Let's just catch you up with what has happened. So after that Peterborough game, we drew 1-1 with Doncaster. It was pretty lucky from our point of view. An own goal gave us the equaliser. Then we thrashed Rochdale 4-0. GTF, Colton Cole, Danny Philliskirk and Adam Lafondra with the goals. And then we thrashed Oxford 3-0 with Colton Cole and a Danny Philliskirk double sealing that for us. We then lost to Coventry City. A goal from Brad Potts wasn't enough. Walker and Jones scored for Coventry. And then we edged the game against Bolton. Michael Caine got the 1 goal for us. We beat Gillingham comfortably 2-0. Colton Cole and Adam Lafondra. And then Ched Evans and John Nolan secured a 2-0 victory for Chesterfield against us. Successive 0-0 draws against Wimbledon and Sheffield Wednesday. Beat Millwall 1-0 with another own goal helping us out there. We beat our local rivals Fleetwood away, Colton Cole and GTF getting the goals, and then drew with Luton 1-1. And I've just played this match just now, and I would forgive you for thinking we just scraped this game by getting the goal in the 85th minute. We should have been well ahead in this game. Luton had nothing. I know they had 11 shots, but in terms of genuine chances, they had nothing, and we were we were good, but not good enough to get 3 points. Anyway, transfer news from January. We have brought in some young kids. I will just have a quick run through them because there are quite a lot of them. We've got John Hollowan, who is a centre-back, looks pretty good. Ooh. Especially mentally and physically, he looks very good. Technically, he's got a bit of work to do, but he's only 18. George Finley is a goalkeeper. Again, technically, he's not all that great, but physically and some of his mental stats are pretty decent. He's got good reflexes as well. We brought in Mark Topley, who is a defensive midfielder with excellent mental stats, pretty decent physical stats, and again got a bit of work to do technically. Did not notice this pattern when I was signing them. Brought in Jordan Allen, who is yet another central attacking midfielder, and he's a bit all round, and he's pretty good. He's got a good first touch, decent pass and technique, team player, hard worker, bit of an athlete. Dara O'Neill, who is a left back, and once again he's very good physically, pretty good mentally, and decent technically. And the last of the kids is Keith Mcmullen, who is a central attacking midfielder, who again has got a pretty decent first touch, finish, pass, technique, good vision, good determination, pretty good physicals as well. Well, very good physicals. And Keith McMullen has actually played a few games for us. He has played the last 7 matches because we had injuries to Billy Clark. He's literally, this will be the first game that Billy Clark is actually match fit for, the game we're about to play. Billy Clark has been out for about 3 months, which has not been ideal. And Corey Knowles, who was originally his replacement, also got injured for about 6 weeks. So we've been without him as well. So Keith McMullen has been doing a decent job at Cam. He's only 5'3", bless him. But anyway, we did actually make one senior signing in this transfer window. Nicky Mayempa. We brought him in from Brighton for, how much was it? £43,000. He is declining, which is disappointing. I'd not seen this. This must have happened quite recently. But, you know, he's played 8 times for us. He has conceded 4 times. Decent average rating. and yeah, he's just a bit of an upgrade on Bobdrick, and I can demonstrate that to you. When was it he came in? Bobdrick, Nampa, here we go. So, oh, by the way, I am going to pronounce his name a bunch of different ways because I just don't know. Mayenpa? Fuck knows. But anyway, this was his first game against Bolton. Clean sheet. Next game, clean sheet. Then we lost 2-0. Clean sheet. 1 goal conceded and 1 goal conceded. So he's done alright. And we have been looking pretty good in general. But these are the 2 games we're going to play today. I thought it'd be quite interesting because we've got 10 games to go. And we are against 2 reasonably big teams in terms of their history. We've got Bradford City, who are way down at the bottom of the league. We are playing them away. And then Reading at home, who are 15th. We're still without Dwight Tiendali, by the way. T. Hibby has just joined in with light training, so he's still not out. So we've got Gary Irvine in the team. That shitty versatile fullback, and he's been doing alright. He's been doing fine. His average rating overall isn't good, but his form is pretty good. Pretty much 7. And we've actually got some devastating news and some not so devastating news. T. Hibby, first of all, this is the not so devastating news. T. Hibby has announced his retirement. He will be retiring at the end of the season. He's got fairly decent attributes for a non-player in some respects, so I might bring him back in. I was considering making him an assistant manager because he might be able to get his stats to a position where he will be a good assistant manager, but not right now. I want to keep Breda Hangland for now. He's a good lad, Breda. He keeps me in check. The actual devastating news is that Carlton Cole has also announced his retirement. Tried to stop him. I did try to stop him, but when we signed him just over a year ago, he had, like, I think 13 acceleration, 12 pace, 11 agility, or something along those lines. You can see how far he's declined this year. So it's fair enough, but look at this. He's scored 18 goals for us this season in 36 games. He's scored 1 goal every 2 games, and he's retiring, so he will be a big loss. And Carlton, I think, will be a decent coach. He's got good attacking and mental attributes, good determination, and discipline and motivating. I'm sure we'll get there. Is that shooting? It's attacking. Oh. Okay, well, it turns out there's no role that uses both attacking and mental, but I'm sure he'll be a decent coach, so I'm gonna probably try and bring him in as a coach. But for now, we move on to our first game of the video. We've got 10 games left. We are 3 points behind Sheffield Wednesday and Peterborough, 4 points behind Mansfield and Walsall, and 4 points clear of Burton in 6th. We're looking pretty good for a playoff spot, I've got to admit, but come on, just this once. Let me get automatic promotion. Right, these are the teams for today then. So, Bradford, the home team, they've got Doyle in goal, Derby, McArdle, Matty Kilgallen, and Knight Percival across the back, Moray, Dowling, Elder, and Osayi. Oh! Now then. Splicing, I know the bit I mean, splicing that bit of video now. Meet Bright Osayi-Samuel. Well, coming in then, Bright. Finances were not right. I want £1 million. Oh, bollocks, he wants to know what is a reasonable bid. 470, yeah, 475k, and just between me and you guys. Also 50% of the next transfer. Who remembers Bright Osayi-Samuel? Eh? Moved from Blackpool to Aston Villa for £700,000. He was the one who literally complained to me 12 hours into my stint at Blackpool. He complained that he wanted to move, and I was only too happy to let him go. I hope Aston Villa sell him on for a big profit and we get half of that. So, Bright Osayi-Samuel was the brightest young talent at the club at that time. So, not too pleased with him, if I'm honest, and I would very much like us to kick the shit out of him today. So, before I finish reading out the lineups, let's just make sure Bright Osayi-Samuel is tackled hard. Let's get him injured. Eh? No, don't get him injured. No one said that. Get him injured. Yeah, so Sam Osayi-Brightual is on the left wing, and Nicky Law is behind Niall Ennis. So that is the Bradford team. Can I be asked to change his name to Sam Osayi-Brightual? In fact, yes, I definitely can. Right, there we go. Sam Osayi-Brightual is on the left wing for Bradford. And the Blackpool team today, we have got Nicky Mayemba in goal, Gary Irvine, Tom Aldred, Clark Robertson and Luke Higham across the back, Michael Caine and Jack Payne in midfield, Phyllis Kirk, Clark and Potts behind Colton Cole. So pretty standard team, pretty much the team you've come to expect. Josh Tymon's on the bench. I watched my last video back, and I was complaining a lot about Josh Tymon not being fit enough. He's 18. I forgot he was 18 because he's so good. Obviously he can't play every match of a football league season, because they're like, if you do decent, well, even if you don't do decently in the cups, it's like 50 odd games. So fair play to him. He can't play every match. He is a young man, but yeah, he will be out today, and Luke Higham has taken the left back spot. Right, here we go. We have got our first tie line 15 minutes in. Michael Caine plays it on the line for Gary Irvine. What can you do, Gary? Crosses it in, it's headed away by Matty Kilgallen. Michael Caine tries a shot. It comes back off the bar and Potts puts it in. Good lad. Michael Caine, what the fuck was that? Was that meant? That had to be... That can't have been intended. That had to be a cross. Right, let's have a look. So Gary Irvine crossed it in. It was headed away by Matty Kilgallen. Caine, that had to be a cross. Yeah, bounced back off the bar. And fucking Brad Potts put it in. Good lads. That's where we need him. He's not really been able to hit form this year, Brad Potts. Well, to be honest, he didn't really last year either. But he's one of those players, he's a constant like 6.8 out of 10. So he's fairly good as a last resort in quite a few positions. So he's pretty good. Oh, we've got a free kick on the edge of the box. Gary Irvine! Gary Irvine out of nowhere, blasted into the top corner. You can't do that. I'd know about it if you could do that. You've got 6 for free. What the fuck are you doing? Gary Irvine curls in a free kick. Mental. Mental. It is all kicking off against Bradford today. Gary Irvine, just a little curling shot. It was a good flat shot. So what we're going to say, we are away, we're 2-0 up. I'm just going to say I'm very happy and leave it at that. In fact, I'm going to do the very opposite of leave it at that, and I'm going to change things. I am dropping the fullbacks back, and I am changing us to standard flexible, because there is no reason to stay on attacking. Oh, fucking hell, that was another one of them. It was straight after half time. I'd just done my changes, and someone, I didn't even see who it was, just had a shot, but it was tipped over by Mayemba. Murray crosses it into the far post. Bright Osayi Samuel heads it over the bar. Sorry, Sam Osayi-Brightual heads it over the bar like a twat. Mayemba, long ball forward. Matty Kilgallen heads it back. Robertson heads it back again. Dowling heads it back again. Caine heads it back again. Now here's Potts. Carlton Cole to Danny Philliskirk. Will he have a go? No, he's lost it to Knight Percival. This doesn't seem good, but Robertson comes away with it. Good lad. Caine to Brad Potts. Luke Higham. Jack Payne. Good ball. Danny Philliskirk. Clark. Can he find Cole? Nobody finds Gary Irvine, who is on form. Gary Irvine crossed it in. It's fucking volleyed against the bar. Why was that Clark? It was Clark. Twice we've hit the woodwork. Usually that means you're going to lose a match, but I'm quietly confident as we're only 2-0 up. Why am I saying these things? There's no reason to jinx it like that, but that's what we're doing. So, fuck it. Michael Caine plays it forward. Knight Percival heads it back. Oh no. No. This is what happens when you jinx shit. Murray, coming forward. Close. Over to Bright Osayi Samuel. Sam Osayi-Brightual, sorry. Plays it inside for Norris. He's hit the post. It's come back to Ennis. And it's bloody 2-1. Right. We're going counter. We are going counter. Bradford is starting to come back into it. Sam Osayi-Brightual. It was a good ball in. Norris hit the post and Ennis was there to tap in the rebound. And straight away it's another highlight. We've got possession for now. Come on, let's get that 2-goal cushion back. Billy Clark to Danny Philliskirk. Billy Clark. Brad Potts. He has a go. Brad Potts scores a fucking brilliant goal. Brad Potts with his second of the game as well. Excellent job. Brad Potts just took it, got it out of his feet, and just launched it into the top corner. Easy as you like. What a game. I'll tell you what, it is a game full of surprises because I think the best players have been Brad Potts and I don't even know his name. He's that shit. Gary Irvine. They've both been brilliant. But as I'm saying that, Murray crosses it in, Close volleys it home, and we're set back up for a pretty tense finish. Excellent. That's the kind I like. Ennis put it onto the right wing. Murray crossed it into the centre. Oh, so unmarked. Close was so unmarked. And that's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. Norris. Oh my god. How has that happened? My umpa. I was too busy fucking quoting Paramore lyrics. And Bradford bloody scored another Murray cross. Norris rose brilliantly, to be fair. My umpire, I've no idea where you're going, mate. He just went flying through the air. Unbelievable. We just need points. We need so many points. We can't do this again. It's turning into too much of a pattern that we get in a decent position and then we let it slide towards the end of the season and we end up with a playoff place. And granted, we have come through the playoffs the 2 times it has happened in my video series, but there won't be a third. I guarantee it. This kind of luck cannot last. Potts can't get his hat-trick. He's denied by the keeper. It was a shit shot anyway. Let's go overload. I don't know why I was on defensive to start with. Oh, right. We've got a minute to go before we start injury time. And I'm bringing on Adam Lafondra for Carlton Cole. And Charlie Lee for Michael Caine. It was optimistic to think that those substitutes would be able to do anything, wasn't it? But here is Lafondra to Charlie Lee. This would be good. Danny Philliskirk. Here we go. Luke Higham. Fuck off. Alright, 3-3 it finishes against bottom of the table Bradford, which means we've collected a less than satisfactory 1 point from 2 games against Bradford. Because I said it last time, it's just ridiculous. It's very, very difficult to beat the bottom team in the league. Because they always turn up and put a proper shift in. Oh, I've just realised I didn't tell you about our outgoings. We've had a few guys just go on loan. Mark Yates is one of them that's gone on loan to Barrow, because he was not getting the game at all. And Paul Jones, the centre-back we signed at the same time as Jimmy Lockie, he's gone to Watford for 600 grand, plus, as you would expect by now, 50% of the next transfer fee. So, good luck to Paul Jones. He kind of started to engineer himself a move when it wasn't really moving forward. So, bit annoyed with him for that. But, meh, 600 grand is a lot of money. We're still just burning money somehow. We're absolutely burning through money. We're 1.15 million pounds in debt. We've spent 250 grand this season and we've brought in 2.2 million and we're still just shipping money. I don't know what I can do. Well, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to keep buying kids, selling them on, and just hope that we get out of debt. Right, my Empa, what is going wrong, mate? His last 2 games haven't been great. He got a 6.2 there. Look at this, he had a 6.9 against Wednesday, a 6.9 against Millwall, a 6.7, a 6.7 against Fleetwood, a 6.2 against Luton, and a 4.6 against Bradford. What is going on? Nicky, what is going on? I'm going to warn him that his recent form is starting to dip. Your form has been declining. Can't argue with that. I'm certain I can improve. I'm sure you can, Nicky. We spent 40 grand on you. Oh shit, I've not told you about the one last retirement. I've told you about Tony Hibbert. I've told you about Carlton Cole. They're both retiring. Owen Oyston is retiring, which is interesting. I'm not sure. I'm racking my brain trying to think. I can't remember ever having an owner retire, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously someone, I think he could probably nominate someone to step in and take his place, like Dave Whelan did at Wigan, or we might get taken over by a completely new organisation. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So it's early days, but the Oystons may be going out of Blackpool. They may be going out. And speak of the devil, actually, local investor Sam Chambers is reported to be in talks to become the next owner of Blackpool. Chambers is believed to be willing to part with £0 to seize control. That's how you know he wants it. That's how you know he really wants to be owner of Blackpool. He's willing to part with a whole fuck all. Or so saith BBC Radio Lancashire. The Blackpool board have placed an embargo upon transfers as a result of the rumours regarding a possible takeover. Oof. I mean, usually local investors aren't that, lucrative. He's not going to come in and clear all the debts and give us shit tons to spend on transfers. But I don't necessarily mind that. I think this has just been phrased poorly. I don't think there's a... By the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like there's a specific phrase programmed into the game for he's just going to take over because Oyston's retiring. Because I think that is fairly rare. So yeah, I will keep an eye on that. I'll let you know how it goes. Reading is next. Right, so couple of changes for today's match. Mayampa keeps his place in goal, but if he has a bad game today, I am dropping him for the rest of the season. So the pressure is on for him. He's had 2 really shit games after a really good run of form. So if he has a third in a row, I'm bringing Bobdrick back in and my impact can fuck off for the season. T. Hibby is back in full training, so he is available, but I see no reason to drop Gary Irvine. He had a great game in the last match. He'll play next to Aldred, Robertson and Josh Tyman, coming back in for Luke Higham. Kane and Payne in the centre, and Phyllis Kirk, Clark and Potts behind Adam Lefondra, who replaces Carlton Cole, who drops to the bench. Reading have got Ali Al-Habsi, Watson, Pennington, Blackett and Taylor across the back, Williams and Swift in midfield. They've got a team full of young talents from Premier League clubs. Hurtado, Texera and McAlany behind Cisco. Cisco, who is an ex-Newcastle superstar in the same way that Peter Lovenkrands is an ex-Newcastle superstar. And everyone is looking pretty happy. We're ready to get out there and give Reading a good thumping. Here we go. Charlie Brown. Never mind. Right, we are 11.5 minutes in and we've got a first highlight. Clark nods it on for Lafondra. Blackett tackles, but Potts is in there. He's hit it straight at Al-Habsi. Potts, I mean, I know he scored two goals in the last match against Bradford, but he also missed a golden opportunity in that match, and he's just missed a golden opportunity now, but now Lefondra hits it, it's blocked and it's behind for another corner. Josh Tyman swings it in again. It's to the far post, it's headed away by, I think, Williams, and Lefondra goes and collects it. He hoofs it into the box for Tyman, weirdly, and it's cleared, and Cisco will chase it. Will he beat Aldred to it? No, Aldred gets there and puts it out for a throw-in. Good lad. And now Watson throws it to Hurtado. Hurtado gets a good crossing. Cisco's there. Mayampa hits, fucking saves it onto the bar, and it's cleared by Tyman for a Reading corner. Good save, Mayampa. That's what I want to see. 6.9 so far, Nicky Mayampa. It's crossed in for Reading. Oh, thank fuck, it's a foul by Andy Taylor. I thought that was a penalty. It's another corner for Reading. Hurtado crosses it in. Conor McAlany, he's fucking scored. Conor McAlany, whose early career had a similar trajectory to mine, except he didn't play for shit in the Everton team. And he didn't move to Arsenal, and he didn't move back to Everton. Okay, so his his trajectory is in no way similar to mine, but McCartney has scored. But here we go, we need to peg him back straight away. Here's Billy Clark. Billy Clark spreads it to Gary Irvine on the right wing. He crosses it in. It's away as far as Philliskirk, and we have pegged him back straight away. Oh, that doesn't happen often. Right, Danny Philliskirk puts Blackpool straight back fucking in it. Billy Clark played it onto the right wing. Gary Irvine, a good cross again. Just in front of Lefondre. It was cleared as far as Philliskirk, who hit it straight at Al-Habsi, but Al-Habsi was nice enough to just palm it into his own net. And we are now, as things stand, we are getting left behind by the top four. We can't lose sight of them. We're now 4 points behind. We're stranded in 5th. We're 4 points behind Peterborough. We're 4 points clear of Oxford, I think it was. Right, we've got about 34 minutes to go. I'm going to replace Adam Lefondre, who's been pretty ineffective, with Carlton Cole, who, declining as he might be, and not as quick as he might be, is still a big bastard. He's still big and strong, and he can head the ball. And Marlon Pack, who's not played for a few weeks, he's coming in for Jack Payne. And it's a free kick. Pack hits it. Pack hits it straight in the top corner. Oh, that is vindication for a substitution, that. Marlon Pack hits a free kick straight into the top corner. Let's watch that again. Pack. Oh, it deflected off the wall. Oh. Hurtado ran away clutching his stomach, so it must have fucking hurt. But it deflected it into the top corner. And we will take that. And as we're finished turning this game around, we're going to drop the fullbacks back, and I'm going to go to a 4-1-4-1. And we'll drop back once again to standard flexible and leave it like that. And now we're just going to drop back even further to defensive. Just try and hold on to this win. This win would keep us still 3 points behind second and third place, 4 points behind first, so that's still doable. We can still sneak into that top 2. I don't like this though. 35 seconds to go. There is a chance for Reading, but Billy Clark gets it away. Good lad. Carlton Cole, just hold it up. Hoof it, mate. Even better. Brilliant. Billy Clark plays it inside for Michael Caine. Can this actually be a chance? Michael Caine gives it to Carlton Cole, who hits it straight at Al-Habsi, but with 10 seconds to go, you would think that the game is over. And the game is over, 2-1. Turned it around on Reading. Very good. So we are still very much in with a shout of automatic promotion. Yeah, we're only 3 points off automatic promotion, but it is going to be very, very close. It might even come down to the last game. We've got 8 games to go to close that gap and cement ourselves a promotion spot. So the next video I'll just show you, we'll be playing either just Burton and Mansfield or possibly Walsall, Burton and Mansfield, because these 3 are all massive games to end the season on. Walsall are currently in 1st, Burton are currently 7th, and Mansfield are currently 3rd. So those are the 3 matches we're going to end our season on. I'm not sure if I'll show you the Walsall game, because it might be a long episode anyway, but Burton and Mansfield will definitely be in that video. And there might even be a video after that where we go through the fucking playoffs again. Who knows? But yeah. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying this series, then please leave a like down below. Please leave a comment as well, and make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel. And make sure you also go and check out Freddie Adu's save, where he is in charge of York City, where the first season is coming to an end. It is getting pretty tense, it's getting dramatic. I would recommend you go and watch that as well. But apart from that, I will see you next time. Bye.